Hi friends, in today's video we're going to do a crochet with me. If you don't know me, my name is Lindsay. I am the owner of Made by Auntie Lynn's, a crochet small business that makes cute, fluffy, wonderful, cuddly items. Did I mention I crochet? I don't know. Today's video I think we are going to crochet some stuff. I have a market this Saturday, kind of last minute. It was not supposed to happen because I have a huge market in 2 weeks. It's Monday, I'm in my office, the baby's asleep. Let's see if we can get some stuff done. I do want to make more ghosts this year, but I'm going to try a different pattern. This specific ghost is from Mama Stitch Sketty. I think that's how you say it. And I will leave her information below. It's 7:46 in the morning. I have not done as much as I have wanted to the last couple of weeks. We had vacation, and then my daughter's birthday was last Saturday. Now it is September 9th, and I have an event on the 14th. Looking at my calendar, I just realized, yikes. Okay. It is September 9th today. I have a market September 14th, which is this Saturday, a 2-day market on the 20th and 21st, Saturday market on the 28th, and a Saturday market on October 5th. I'm going into a 4-week stretch. I'm completely unprepared. Let's crochet. I think this time I'm going to use a different crochet pattern. There was a ghost pattern I saw someone else use, and I think I saved it on my Instagram. So this is the baby ghost crochet pattern by Crochet with Bay that I'm going to be trying today. It looks pretty similar to this guy. This calls for 6mm hook, Sweet Snuggles light yarn, stuffing, 4mm eyes. I embroider my eyes, and I like my guys to be a little bigger, so I use... Of course, I don't have any right here. My whole wall of yarn, and I don't have white up there. Excuse me, one moment. Wait, now I need a hook. I found some scrap yarn. My life's a mess. Don't judge me. Okay, I found some yarn. I use Bernat blanket yarn because of how soft and squishy it is. You can't feel this, but trust me, it's amazing. Plus, I don't like ordering my yarn online because I can't feel it, and I'm very sensory oriented. That's why a lot of my stuff is squishy and cute, because that appeals to my inner child and it brings me joy. So I have a feeling it will bring others joy. So let us try this. Probably help if you could see me crocheting right now. Hold on. The reason I'm doing a different pattern is because I want them a little bit bigger. I love this size, but Mom Stitch Sheddies is specifically keychain specific, and I have other little guys that I sell for $10, so I want to keep him in the $10 range, and for me to think that that's worth it for not just me, but my customers. I want to make them the appropriate size. I want everything kind of sized the same. Because right now, I think I would sell this guy for like maybe $8. He's honestly probably exactly the size that I would need him to be, but I don't know. We're going to try a new one and see how it works out. I have a really bad time multitasking sometimes, and I will just pop on... I have a stitch marker. Okay, got my stitch marker, which is a paper clip. It works. So yeah, usually when I'm crocheting, I will put on a YouTube video or listen to some music. Depending on how quickly I need to crochet, it's probably music. When someone is talking up on the TV, I have a hard time zoning in on what they're saying, and it makes really good background noise, but not the best for when I need to zoom through patterns, because I'm kind of behind. So this market that's coming up this Saturday, the 14th, is a car show. It's down in Elmira where I live. I'm like on the outskirts of the city. So it's like 10 minutes away from me. It was only $10 to sign up. I said, you know what? Why not? And I miscounted my stitches. See, this is why I suck at multitasking. Welcome to my chaos. Welcome. I hope you have a great time. Anyway, I figured why not? It's got some hype on Facebook. I was actually really surprised. It's like over 1,000 people interested in the event and like 600 going. And I was like, yeah, I'm interested in being a vendor. Why can't I get my I'm just gonna start over. Because I just can't this morning. Okay, if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna put me on ×2 and focus. Because, like I said, multitasking, not a good thing. Okay, so start with the magic ring. The magic ring gives a lot of hate, and I get why. My first magic ring broke on me like 2 months ago. I've been crocheting since I was 7. Okay, I'm 31, do the math, because I can't. 2, 3, 4, 5. I was absolutely devastated. I picked up a sweater that I'd been working on for like 3 months, and it just hole right in the middle, and I was like, what? So I watch all these YouTube videos and figure out how to fix it, and it was actually a lot easier than I thought. That was really cool to fix it, not because I had to, but to learn something new. Oh yeah, we were talking about the we were talking about the show this weekend. It's a short show. It's from like 9 to 1, which is doable. And then we have plans to go to the lake after, and it's going to be a really good day. It's going to be a really good Saturday. I said, you know what? Even if my husband always tells me that like applying to shows and going to shows is worth it, just if I make no sales, but I'm out there talking to people, interacting with people, and making sure that I leave a good impression with people, that's one of the most important things that I could do. So because the fee was only $10, I said, why not? If it was, and it's 10 minutes away. Right now, I'm just making the pattern because I've never made it before. I like to just see depending on the size of the pattern, I won't time myself the first couple times because I like to figure out how easy it is to make. Like, is there a lot of moving parts? Are there any extra tidbits I need to add? How much sewing does it require? And if I really don't enjoy making it, I probably won't make it again. So I figure, why time myself if I'm not going to make it again? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, this is my job. And I chose to do this full time because it is something that I enjoy. And like certain things, like big cardigans and stuff, I can put those down and come back to them. But plushies like this, usually I have to dedicate an hour, 2 hours to make. I have to dedicate time to it. And if I'm like wasting, well, not wasting, but you know, I'm spending 2 hours making something that I really, really hated making, I'm not going to keep doing it. Some people do, you know, because it's an item that makes them money. I refuse to drain my soul of such a thing. So I'm just going to keep going and do what makes me happy. Moral of the story, do what makes you happy. Okay, well, I am on row 6, wrapping up, and this is what we have so far. A dome. Very similarly to this guy. He looks like he might be a little taller, which I don't mind. But let's finish them and see where we're at. There are 12 rows total in this pattern, and there are also 12 12 rows in the the other guy too, and this guy. So we'll see how this works out. I also like these quick little makes because now that I have a baby, it's a lot easier to pick up and put down projects, which often happens when you have a small child. Speaking of, this is what I was working on yesterday. Pause, hold everything. I have to show you. This is the stack. I've got 15 squares here. I got the anniversary cake from Karen, and these are absolutely gorgeous. I just can't get over, and they're thick. It's thick and fluffy, bulky yarn. I just had to. The middle, the wheel is the anniversary cakes, and then outside is Lion Brand's Hometown. I don't know the name of the yarn. I'll put it up here somewhere. Yeah, so I spent all day yesterday making 15 squares. I have projects. Okay, yep. 15 squares. They were pretty easy to make. Each square took about 15 minutes, which is wonderful. When you have a small child, you just whip it up and you can put it down. Very easy to make. And it's a big hook. I love my big hooks. Big chunky yarn, big hooks. That's me. I do work with acrylic yarn, putting the pattern down again. Okay, I'm working on a hexagon cardigan. Ooh, okay. This pops on camera. Wow, I wasn't too sure about the color scheme. I grabbed some Big Twist colors. It was like 2 for $5. And I was like, I can just make a cardigan. The sage, I think this is sage, and I don't remember this blue color. I will also put the color up. I was like, I'm vibing with it. Whatever. These look really good on camera. Oh my gosh, now I can't wait to finish it. Anyway, back to crochet. This video is a very accurate representation of how my brain works daily. It's hard being accountable for myself sometimes, just because I do squirrel, but I love the freedom that this job gives me. And that's another thing that kind of sucks too, is that when I tell people that I do this full time, it's like unbelievable, like, oh, that little crochet business, how's that going? How's your little business going? It's like, it's great, Susan, thank you. I appreciate that. Some days are harder than others, and I think the most important thing that I have learned in this year plus of being in business is just give yourself grace, because some days you don't want to do this. Some days you just want to enjoy yourself and crochet not to make money. And I think the hardest part was finding a balance in it. I started my business in May, started doing markets in June, so I'd only had half a year. And so I was like, well, let me just set the bar pretty low and see what happens. And I made that goal. So this year I signed up for more events, more, and then I had a baby. And we love Miss Mabel. I love her so much. I have an older daughter too. So with 2 kids, one brand new, one preteen, there's a lot of life changes happening right now. And it's like, part of me wants to just be like, forget about it. It's fine. Just go with the flow. But then the other part of me is just like, I have to be meticulous and perfect in every single thing that I do. And that's my struggle. Okay, I'm on row 10, so I will stop and show you where I am at. He's got little arms. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And this is this guy. So arm to arm, there is a difference. So yeah, so far this he's a little taller. I think I just added a couple extra rows up top. Maybe I didn't put enough rows in this guy. I don't know. They're both 12 rows, but this guy came out longer. This is my first time making it, okay? Don't judge me. Okay, so I'm on row 10. And when I work in the front or back loop only, and I have to go back through, I'll put a stitch marker there. That means I have to find a second stitch marker. Found another paper clip. I'm telling you, you don't have to go and buy fancy smancy stitch markers. Just get you some colorful paper clips. Gosh, my posture is so bad. I'm like gremlining over here. Plus, they work because they're bright. I also have keychain. Let me see if I have one. I'll put these on my keychains. But they also make really great stitch markers because you can close them and not have to like fiddle around with them. I don't like traditional stitch markers. Okay, I found one. I don't like these mostly because I have to clip and unclip. And the smaller ones, they're like half this size, are very difficult to unclip. I just can't do it. I don't know how a crochet with me turned into a stitch marker explanation, but here we are. Here we are. Okay, so here's where we're at. You know, now I'm starting to think I made this guy wrong, but this is what he looks like in Mom Stitch Getty's thing. This is the first one I've made since last year. I made it last week, and maybe I forgot to add a row, but he looks small like this in her thumbnail. I like this pattern. I like both patterns, but this guy is a little taller. And I thought to do this because I saw Cameron Cute Creations made these last year. And she did a video of her prepping, like finishing her ghosts for this year. And I'm like, I like the size of that guy. He's a really good size. So I said, let me look up this pattern. When it comes to decreasing though, because this pattern isn't stuffed, because it's the keychain version, I end up stuffing it a little bit because I like the squish. But this one specifically says to add stuffing. So maybe that's where the row difference is it looks like I'm only putting one row of decreases here. And I think on this guy, but on Mom Stitch Getty's, her decreases, she has a couple more rows of decreases down here. So maybe that's where the disconnect is. Because these guys are so, but I mean, regardless, both of these guys are so flipping cute. I can't stand it. So I'm going to embroider the eyeballs. And I have to find a needle. On today's episode of Can Lindsay Find It? Well, that's up for debate. So I just take some regular black acrylic yarn and some scissors. Okay, black acrylic yarn. Okay, I'm bumping into everything. I'm so extra this morning. I haven't made my tea yet. I bet that's my problem. Let me go make a tea real quick. I'll be right back. All my problems will be solved with a nice hot cup of tea. Sorry for the ASMR. Nice cup of hot tea. This mug is from Target, before anyone asks. Okay. Place safety eyes between 5 and 6, 2 stitches apart. 5 and 6 is where the bobble stitch is. To me, that might be a little low, so I'm going to raise it up 1, just as a personal preference. Nothing against the pattern or anything, I just want to place his eyeballs a little higher. Because that's what I do. Do. So sometimes I'll double thread when I'm sewing in the eyeballs, just because takes less time, but it doesn't look as neat when you're done. So because I'm trying this guy brand new, I want to make sure that it looks as uniform as I can possibly get it. There's one eyeball. I also I'm not a fan of safety eyes. It's just personal preference, mostly because I I sell a lot of things to children, and I just could not bear, I would not be able to live with myself if a child choked on something that I made. So, shut up. I embroidered the eyeballs, but I recently have been making patterns that that are larger in size. They kind of require safety eyes because of how big they are. So I grabbed, also from Mom's Stitch Getty, I've grabbed the big 30mm sinker eyes, and they're like darn near impossible to take off. So, plus I got her safety tool to put them on with, so they're much more secure than my previous projects. And I love me a good no-sew pattern. All of them, all the cute no-sews in the world. Just because it makes life a lot easier, especially for market prepping. Thanks for hanging out. If you've made it this far, life's a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. But you know what? I think that's perfectly acceptable under these conditions that we live in. And I think that's why finding joy in every little thing that you do is so important. Because times are tough. Okay. He is so cute. I can't stand it. Now I add stuffing and then single crochet decrease to finish. Lovely, because this is all the yarn I have left. Now, the stuffiness level, I don't overstuff so that they're stiff, but I want him squishy. Let's check the squishy level here. He could use a little more. Okay. That is the technique of stuffing. Decrease around and close and fasten off, and that's where the project ends. So I don't even need to cut it because it's the end of the line here. Tighten it up. I kind of explained the last couple of weeks and why life's been crazy. I got a separate camera, separate from my phone, and I'm hoping with this new setup that I have that I can post YouTube videos more frequently, just because I notice when I record with my phone, I have to upload from my phone. I have to everything from my phone, and I am, as you can probably tell, very one-track mind. So if I get on my phone to edit something or record something, I end up on TikTok or Instagram. He looked at me. I'm thinking that with this, I will not only hold myself a little more accountable to create content, but also like explore different ideas and do different things. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good for me. Okay. I just cut off the end. This is all we ended up with. So it does not take a lot of yarn at all. I could probably easily get 5 or 6 ghosts out of one skein. This is the finished guy. I can't. Look at him. Just look at him. Look at him. Okay. And then this is comparable to this guy. There are differences. This guy is a little taller, and they both sit almost the same, like with their hands, where their hands are. But I like the height on this guy, so I think this is great. I might turn this guy into a keychain and just sell him this way. But these are nice standalone buddies. His eyeballs are offset, but that's okay because this is my first one, and I'm not gonna judge me for that. So thank you for hanging out with us and crocheting this little guy. I think I'm gonna make a million more. I love him. Easiness level of this pattern is like 10 out of 10. This is such an easy pattern. As long as you know what a back loop and a front loop is, I think you'll be fine. This pattern is free on Crochet with Bay's Instagram. I can link that below as well. And he's all done. I love this guy. I'm going to keep this one. This is my first little ghosty guy. I'll keep him. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would love that. Let me know that this is content that you enjoyed, and if there's any other things that I didn't cover when I was doing this walkthrough, this crochet with me, just let me know. I would be glad to answer any questions. I hope you have a beautiful day, and thank you so much. Bye guys.